What's up, man? Cup Live. What's up, man? Cup Live. Glad to see y'all made it up in here again. Once again, man, I always want to tell y'all thank you, sponsors. Thank you, partners, for helping us out. Y'all been great to us. We appreciate y'all support. It's kept everything rolling the whole time. And we, like I said, we can't wait to show you how much we appreciate it during these events. And like the classes, the races been enjoying, the persons we put forward. Thanks to y'all. Thanks to you all's support. That's where it all comes from. So I've been giving it back to the racers. We've been having a good time. But look here, we got the Swartz Law Group Full Throttle Fest gonna be taking place at Worldwide Technology. And look here, man, we gotta thank our man Ken Swartz. He's stepping up to be the event sponsor for the event October 20th and the 21st. We had to update the flyers because it kept saying the 2020, 22nd. Our game plan is to do the Friday, Saturday event. If we need Sunday, then we'll use it if necessary. But the game plan is Friday and Saturday. Worldwide Technology Raceway up in Madison, Illinois. They say call it St. Louis, so we'll be up in St. Louis doing our thing, man. And it's gonna be something else, man. Look at, I had some racing going on this weekend, man. It was some real tough, good racing back home, back over in the little woods over in Music City Raceway. Big Boss, where you at, man? Talk to me. I know you back there somewhere.
What's going on, man?
Man,
What's
look here,
going
man.
on?
I was just telling folks, man, how much fun we had this weekend over at your event over there at Music City, man. We had a good little shootout. Your daughter come in and clean the house up and everything. It just was a good little weekend there. What you saying, man?
Yeah, it was a good time. The God bless him with some good weather, man, and the crowd. Oh man, they just took over, man. And she got the win, like, but really she lost because she broke out them two times against me.
Oh, here
But
you go with that
but
mess now.
it was through like just time trials, qualifying or whatever, and people seeing that they seen her light come on, so they just automatically know she won. But yeah, she got the glory, she got to win the race, so that was the biggest thing. So yeah, it
That's
was a
right.
good weekend, man.
That's right. You even went out there yourself, man. Boy, me and you don't went from the host of the Man Cup Live to going racing 460. Look at both of us go out in the second round this weekend, man.
Yeah, I was having a good time, man. I mean, I think I went the best number up there. I won a 460 with a one, but I think little Jamal, he won a 460 with a one too. So you
That's
know what I'm
correct.
saying.
On
But
my,
the
he
bike
did
still
that on
running.
me.
Yeah, that's right. And I think you won a 459 with a nine. So yeah,
Fifty-four,
you think that wasn't
59,
no hell of a
9-8.
race?
Yeah, that
And
was a
then I
good one
think my
right there
daughter won a 460 with a nine in the final.
in the
So
finals.
yeah,
That's something
yeah,
else.
old track was working up there.
Well, look here, man. Let's go pay a little few bills, man. We're going to come back, Man Cup Live. We have a very exciting guest, the Queen of the South,
Yeah.
Maegan Bowers Petway. We'll be right back. Welcome, welcome. We got the Maegan Racing team. We got Jimmy Petway and Maegan Bowers Petway up in Nashville. What's going on, folks? How y'all doing?
Hey, everybody. We in the building.
Hey, hey, Dan was over here talking about, so look here, man. You know she broke out, man.
Yeah.
I did, but the way I was gapping him, man, I had enough time to let out half a track. I'm sorry, Pops, but
Yeah.
baby,
It's
I
all
was trying to
good.
give it all I had.
She cut
That's
some good
right. That's
lights.
right. But look here, man. Y'all had a good weekend up there. Look, like I was saying earlier, you really seem to be really having a good time on the motorcycle. And I mean, you was just on it, man. I mean, for real, like, and nobody could have denied you that yesterday. Sunday. I mean, I'm talking about yesterday, like we just left the
Right.
track. But you was
I know it's
undenied.
the
You weren't.
holiday.
I know it, man. You weren't to be denied for sure. That's for sure. So, but when you look at that race like that, And I know sometimes, like when you win a race, you try to go back, and think about what did you feel like you did really well. I mean, what did you think that you brought to this race that was different to any other race that made you really, perform the way you did this weekend? What was you really working on, focusing on?
My main focus was I knew I had a lot of people in town that had never seen me race. And so my mind was like, focus, Maegan. You need to focus on what you're doing. Because sometimes I can just, I'm doing a million things as it is already. And so my whole goal was to try to stay consistent with what I was doing and to really focus on the tree. Because sometimes I can get out there and I lose sight of track of what I'm trying to do. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes my likes react to that. And sometimes it's bad. So my main focus and goal was cutting the light. And after the first two qualifying passes, I was just dead on 002, 008. I think the worst light I had was maybe a 010. But other than that, my main focus was the lights.
I mean, you was on it, and you sent your team the Fast Time Motorsport. What's up, Jeff Jones? If you ain't out there, I know you out there somewhere, man. You had that bike rolling, man. Hey, and I think I seen you up in here on one of them days. I can't say for certain, but and then you had your boy Smoking Joe, your teammate. Also, Fast Time Motorsport came through, man. Y'all just put the bike on the rail, So hats off to you and your team. The team, both all y'all had caught trouble in them back there after the race, boy. He was so excited. Hey, but it was a good thing. So, one of the things, like, now that a lot of people know you already. You've been, a very influential person in motorcycle drag racing. And, but how does it feel for you? What's your feeling as a young African American female, and and racer, and what is how do you feel like you want to achieve? How do you achieve, what you've achieved in this sport? With all the things that usually come along with in a male-dominated sport. So what's your game plan to that? How do you attack that?
To be honest, I just do me. I've always been headstrong, so there's nothing that can stop me. I can go back to when I first started racing and I was in Huntsville and I was on my Hayabusa. And that day I wasn't doing so good in qualifying and I was messing up and wasn't running 590. Well, during that time I was running 590s and I wasn't on the index. And the guy came up to my husband, Trouble, and was like, hey, I got you next. And he was like, no, you have her. He was like, oh, that man, she ain't nothing. I got her. And it like put a fire in me. It lit me because I'm like, wow, you really gonna do me like that? Like, I know I'm messing up doing qualifying, but this is the real race. For one, you never know what Maegan to do. And I have to thank Randall for saying WWD, what would Maegan do? WWMD, what would Maegan do? And so on that pass, it was 590. And we took off. And when I say I left so hard, I had left so hard. The man was like still sitting there at the tree, wondering, where did this come from? How did she do this? Until this day, that man does not forget that. He will not talk to me. He'll say maybe, how you doing? And keep on walking because people still scold him for me beating him. So my take on that is I just always try to go to the racetrack and just stay in my own lane and do what I have to do. Because sometimes a lot of these males they get butt hurt when I pull up beside them. They don't want to race me. They feel like if they lose, they're gonna get scolded by. But I just go out there and do my thing, and that's what I go and do, and that's all I'm gonna ever do is stay in my lane and do me.
Yeah. So you had a lot of you have had a lot going on, both on the track and off the track with things that you've been doing over the last few years. What are some of the highlights of your of 2023 for you?
So for 2023, I have not really raced as much as I would like to. I know in 2022, I was going really, really hard. I wanted to win one of the Man Cup events, but unfortunately, I didn't get to pursue that. So, for 2023, I kind of sat back and relaxed. But for 2024, my plans are to race all of Man Cup. and to
Mm-hmm.
also bring back out my Hayabusa, which I have to thank Quinn and Clark at Quinn O's Bike Sales and Service for always being a part of my racing schedule and having my bikes on point, which is my Hayabusa and my Kawasaki. So for
Mm-hmm.
next year, that's what I plan to do. But for this year, the biggest highlight was Sunday, me winning 460, because like my
Mm-hmm.
dad said, the numbers was fluctuating, the time was going up and down, but thanks to Smoking Joe and to Jeff Jones, which are my mechanics, they had me right on when it came to first round. So hey, I got that win. This is my first overall win. So I'm excited about that.
That was a good one too. And Trouble, look here, man. What you was thinking when you was seeing it going down the track? I mean, you've been there the whole time, man, and now you seeing. I know if you were like looking at her race like anybody else was looking, you had to see something. I mean, and what was that something that stuck out to you? You know, because you had to see it as well.
My voice. All that hot and sunny, man, my voice still gone.
Hey,
I'm horse
hey, I
probably
was over
real
there
hard.
wondering, like, hold on, Verdi, do we have a sound problem going on over there?
No, I'm still
Oh,
hard from
okay.
Sunday, man.
I
Still
thought I
hard.
had an internet issue going on, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm still hard. It
So,
just, I'm still unbelief, man. Just cause she rolled so good, man. I can't believe it, cause she rolled good the whole day, man. She just rolled good, man. I just couldn't believe it, man. She was on point.
yeah,
That's all I can say. She
that's
was
right.
on point. I don't think I told her what to do. Just try to cut a good light, and you can do the rest. That's all I ask.
Yeah, and your boy Bobby, he was doing a good job finding y'all a spot up there. Y'all just had a real nice rhythm going on, and that I think that Megan always been right there as a rider. I mean, but sometimes as a rider, you got to get everybody in sequence, and I guess now it seems like y'all really hit a rhythm, man. If you can hold that together right there, I mean, shit, she always been a threat as it is. So now it's just gonna be a double threat. But look, we're gonna pay a few bills, and I'm gonna come back out a couple more questions. I'm gonna ask y'all right quick when we get back. All right, all right, all right. We back, man. Cup Live. We got Megan racing with Maegan Bowers, Petway, and Jimmy Petway in the background. And we got Big Boss. Big Boss, you almost got you another round win, boy. You out there winning 60 with a one yourself. And then went to sleep up there. How you get staged up before you was ready, man?
Oh man, hey man, I don't know what happened. I ain't never did nothing like what I did. I don't. I had both the bulbs on. And I wasn't even on the two stage. I don't know what happened. It was so many people in my lane, man, and I don't know. It was a lot of folks touching me, and I didn't know they were telling me that I
They
would
were
need to
so
line
happy
up
to see the
again,
legend.
straighten out, or straighten my bike up. I didn't know. All I know is I turned around and both the bulbs was on. I heard him two stepping, and then I see, damn, my bulb already on. So I tried to do one of them pro stock real fast, and by the time that I did get to the two step, he was taking off. So I was late. I think I had like a 130 something light. He had like a 40. But the bike went dead on, man. Dead on 460 with a one, man. So I mean, I wasn't mad about losing. And then it was Smoking Joe. He all right. He a good racer. uh, I was just more happy about the bike going dead on. I
Uh-huh.
had a battery problem going on, and Ronnie Woodall showed me what that was, and after that, the bike come alive, man. I ain't ran that bike since her race last year, so I know the bike was still running good. So
That's right.
I don't know. I just had a good time up there. I'm glad she won. You know, so it's all good. She wanted to win a race, and then she ended up and won the race at my race. So yeah, it can't be no better than that.
I mean, it was
It can't.
story, but
Correction,
story.
our race. Our race.
Yeah, well, that's right, Ira. She had promoted and everything. You know, I'm real props on that.
It's time for new blood. I'm
And
taking
and what was
over.
so funny, now you gotta understand now, it wasn't nothing really that I did or really nothing that she did, cause you know Jamal was up there. I think he really could have won it, cause that boy was running, man. He the one put you out. You know what?
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah. He
he won?
got
You
me.
won a 459 with a 9, and he won a 460 with a 1. Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's running,
That
man.
was just good racing. That's good racing. He got the best of that move right there. I told him, I said,
But
boy, look, hey, that's how you supposed to beat somebody when you gonna beat them. Just beat them.
But check this out, man. The racing
Yeah.
gods did that, man. This I'm a psychic. The racing god did that. At her race, I was number one qualifier, and I went to the finals, and she got knocked out early in the race. This time at my race, she was number one
I
qualifier, and
race.
she went to the final, and I got knocked out in the middle of the race. Only difference
Yeah.
here between last year and this year, she win it, and I won it. So you see how the racing guys do it? And ain't no way that nobody can say nothing about nothing. Come on. Them other bikes was trying to be number one qualifier. You was one of them. I think you went a
Yeah.
59 off the truck. So you almost hit it right there dead on.
Yeah.
And then I
So
think
look
you
here.
want to
So
58.
yeah, so check this out. Now I know like Trouble I ain't gonna stress you out too much back there. I know you throw her, so I give Megan
Oh,
Mo some
yeah, all right.
questions. I ain't gonna do you like that.
Yeah, all right.
So but you know, what I was gonna say, I had another question came up with are there any particular role models, outside your dad and mentors who have helped shape your racing career? And have they influenced your development as a racer? And how have they influenced your development as a racer? I mean, obviously, you and your dad came up doing this together initially. So elaborate on how that was coming up as a young lady. You got Big Boss, the dad, and the racer, the motorcycle racer. And then you got little Megan. I remember you. I've been remembering you for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You always been at the track. But how was that coming up, trying to learn how to get your feet wet in there? Like he say, to get turned out in the motorcycle racing.
Me?
Yeah,
Me? Oh, I thought you said. So for me, racing has always been my thing. Well, not racing, motorcycles have always been my thing since a little girl. I remember at the shop, my dad would have me on this 50, and at first I had training wheels, and I was doing good, and I was just like, okay, I want the training wheels off. So one day he took the training wheels off, and I was going up the side of the street and I started gunning it, and I was about to run into the shop where the brick wall was, and luckily he had a strap on there and yanked me off, and heaven forbid, thank God he had done that, because my face would probably be shattered right now. But that was the start of me, I guess, molding myself to drag racing. And then after that, we would do the same thing, line up at the bottom of the street, and he would drop his hand and I would take off, and then I would get down on it and just gun it. But then after I
yeah,
started getting acclimated with it, I started getting better. And then as time progressed, I said, hey, Dad, I'm about to be 16. I'm ready to start racing, because, I've been following along with my dad since I was an adolescent, going to see
yeah.
him race, being right there by his side at all of the tracks. So that was something that I naturally was born into and wanted to do. So when I got
Hmm.
16, he bought me a 250. And the 250, it was nice. It was a Honda Rebel, and it was brand new. And I was like, okay, this is nice. It was real small. But after about a month, I was like, Dad, this ain't it. Like, this too small. It's not enough power. He was like, are you sure you're ready for that? And I was just like, yeah, I'm ready. So he bought me a 1100 Miss Hello Kitty. Miss Hello Kitty is what put me on the map far as me racing, because that bike was hard. Like, you just couldn't get on there and just go A to B. Like, you really had to finesse it. Like, you really had to have a true hand clutch hand, and I did. And so ever since then, I just kept racing, and here I am now. And so after Hello Kitty, I found my husband, and he got me a Hayabusa, and I started riding his Hayabusa. And then after that, I bought myself a Kawasaki, and I was just like, we got married, and my dad was like, I'm gonna give you a wedding gift, and my wedding gift was a 460 bike. And ever since then,
Oh
it's been
man,
460. 460,
you're hooked on
460.
it.
So I love my 460 bike.
Okay, what is it about? I got two questions now. You said you found that joker right there, so I want to get that part. Let's go back. Where you find trouble at? I mean, you found trouble.
She gonna tell
Well,
you
Nah.
where she found him at.
let me rephrase that. Trouble found me at the racetrack, and we was just friends for a long time, and then we
No.
start dating. No? Oh, really? Trouble found me, and we was good friends for about 3 4 years, and then after that we started getting serious. And he had already had a Hayabusa, and he took the Hayabusa, got it stretched out, got it lower, and then after that, it was on from there. I mean, I started racing at a lot of events. And one in particular was Kings of Grudge, where I won the True Hand Clutch. I think that was AGR.
All
But
female.
yeah, I won the all female shootout against Crystal Dixon Hayes. And I just been doing it ever since. I love my Hayabusa. I can't wait to get it out. It's in the shop right now. Stay tuned for that because it's gonna come out really, really fast, hopefully. And my cow, I love that as well. That's my 560 bike. And
Mhm.
hey, we just been doing it. I've run in all type of different classes. I think I run in like four different classes, which is top gas on the Hayabusa, 560 Street ET, and 460. But right now I'm just running in
Mhm.
460.
So what keeps you in 460? I mean, I mean, a lot of people ask me that. I know we can all go faster or quicker and so forth, but what is it about 460 that just really locks you in, though? I mean, what's your deal with it?
It's so competitive. It's so competitive. You just don't know what you're going to get yourself into. Just like over the weekend, I started off running super fast. I mean, I'm running 56, 59. Then I turn around and run a 49. And then here it is, first round. Well, second round. I ran, because first round I had a bye. But second round, I come back and I run a 66 chopping. So it's just so competitive, and you just don't know what you're going to get, what you're going to run into. And then the adrenaline. Like when I take off, which, if you all didn't know, I have the infamous Hollywood's old bike. That's what I'm
That's right.
riding. So this bike has been in the staple for a long time, and it's still
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still going. But when I
Oh, that's a
take
good
off,
bike.
I'm on the wheels. It is. I'm on
Yeah.
the wheelie bars, and
All race.
if you ever looked at any of my pictures, you can see I'm in the air from the time I
Very
leave to the
moving
time
picture.
I get out of the gas.
Yeah, so it's toast the tie, boy. And you riding that joker. You couldn't tell it was totally this weekend. Like it had four wheel down, boy. Hey, that thing was on a mission, boy. Hey, look at all good. So,
Hmm.
we're gonna go pay a couple of bills and then we're gonna be right back. I got a couple more questions for y'all before we get up out of here. We'll be right back. Making money. All right, all right, all right. We back. We back with the Megan Racing Team, the recent winner of the shootout on the hill. Was it the 29th? There was a 29th one right there, wasn't it, Pink?
That
28.
28.
28.
Oh man, I'm about to give you an extra one already. 28. So man, I should know that, man. Many times, man, you done talked about that. 28 years on the hill doing races, man. That's awesome, man. That's a long, long ride right there. A lot of people can't say that right there for sure. And to see y'all go out and have fun yesterday, it seemed like a lot of people having a lot of fun. And I always come. I've been there for the last how many ever years I've been back racing. So I've
Right.
always had a good time up there racing on the hill. Sometimes I don't, when I'm doing something with my bike as a championship chasing or something like that. But I've always had good success up there with y'all, with racing up on the hill with all my folks. And it was good to see a lot of the guys and yourself, Megan, because I hadn't seen, Chester Lee that much. I seen him one time this year. I hadn't seen KK at all. So it was
Right.
good to see them, come out all together, so it was real good racing. But when you highlight any future goals or milestones you have set for yourself, in the motorcycle racing world, and what are you looking forward to in your career as it relates to your motorcycle racing career?
Well, for starters, I would like to go, national with this. I want everybody to know about females in drag racing. A lot of people don't know that there are females drag racing. Like I get a lot of people say, "You drag racing? What is that? And how can I get into it?" And a lot of people think you have to have a fast bike or you have to have the newest model or the latest, and you don't. It's just, you can get anything and go racing. And also another goal of mine is to win a championship from a series, whether it be Man Cup or another series. I would like to win a series, especially on particularly my 460 bike. And another goal that I want to eventually get to is going into NHRA. I kind of wanted to do pro stock motorcycles, but after seeing Miss Angel Sampay on that uh top fuel, I'm sorry, Draster. I'm just like, I don't know. I think I want more power. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I think I want to go faster. 460 is cool, but I think I like to go a little faster than that. So you never
Yeah.
know. I'm hoping to one day get to NHRA and you see me on television, but one thing dear and near to my heart is trying to let people know, no matter the condition, no matter what you're going through, because a lot of people don't know that I do have lupus, and my rheumatologist was like, "Hey, Maegan, you really don't need to be racing. You don't need to be in the sunlight. I want you to come outside after 5 o'clock. Don't be out there in the sunlight." And I'm just like, I'm not trying to hear you. And when I spoke to her today, she was just like, "Maegan, your joints are still swollen. You need to take it easy." But for me, racing is my life. And although I know my health is important, but I just can't let it go. So I try to do protective things to shield me, such as wear longer shirts and protect me from the sunlight. But what I'm trying to say is, don't let nothing limit you. Just don't. If that's something that you want to do, racing or whatever it be, just pursue that goal. Just pursue it. Just do it, as
Right.
Nike would say.
And that look at you. There you go right there, man. Thanks, Duck Lands Photography, for the image. Thank you all. Look, there she go right there, the Queen of the South, tucked behind that Koenig frame. That was one of the most winningest motors. I ain't never had a motorcycle I had won so many races on, and then you going out there and just picking up the pieces and keeping it moving. But as the motorcycle can have a trophy collection, that be a motorcycle got one right there, because that was actually the first bike. Billy Voles actually had that bike, and that was actually the sponsor, the American Drag Racing, ADRL's drag racing's motorcycle right there. That was the original ADRL motorcycle, from my understanding, when I bought it from Mr. Koenig. Good looking picture right there. What else
That's
we
a funny
got?
picture.
What we got right here, mate?
That's me at an event with my setup and my merchandise. And if you know, I have a green thumb, so everywhere I go, you'll see flowers and plants plastered all over my site. So they call me. I'm extra when it comes to my setup, but hey, that's just me. I like to be. When you see me, I want it to be experienced. I want you to feel like you're not just at the racetrack, but you're at home. And I think that's what I
Right.
give off.
So how can people hold? So how we're gonna hold this picture for a second? But how can people visit you on your social media? We good with that. Just tell them how to reach you, and so they can come out there and start following you and keeping up with you. Because every week they ain't gonna want to see me. They gonna much rather see you than they want to see me. So hey, y'all go see Megan. She'll tell you how I'm doing. So how
So
how
you can
how, how
follow
they
me.
yeah,
You can
go
follow
ahead.
me on all social medias. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Well, YouTube. I'm gonna do better with YouTube, but Instagram, all of it is Maegan Racing, and I spell my name Maegan Racing. That's on all of my sites. It's the same name.
That's cool.
And
So
also, my next. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I want to let you all know that I haven't raced much this year, but for the next event, I will be in St. Louis at the Man Cup, which is October the 20th and the 21st. So if you're in the
Man,
area, we would love for you to come out and support. See me. I would love to take pictures. Just come out, come out. We would love to have you in the building.
well, look here, check this out. I might got you a little grudge run still set up because you do though. That's talking about you broke out. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe we do. Maybe we can do the daddy daughter thing again with a breakout or no breakout, hands up rule. What we gotta talk about? What we gonna do now?
Okay. Let's put a little razzle dazzle and put a little money onto it too.
Hey,
Ooh,
now one thing you can say, the last two passes, the last pass I made and the last pass she made, the bike went 460. She went
both of them.
460
Yep.
with a 9, I went 460 with a 1. That's the last pass we made before we put them in the
Hey,
trailer. Now that's
so
all I
look
can
here,
say on that.
man. That's all I can say
And
on
your
that too,
bike,
because it sounds
and
like to
your
me the
bike went
tree
a
gonna be
450.
everything.
Hey, and your bike went a 459 with a 9. So they all went in the trailer ready to go. All of them
Yeah,
ready to go, man.
they can't wait to get out of them and they're ready to go. So look here, I want to ask you one more question because I had this question come by and someone said, "Well, how does she balance racing commitments with other aspects of your life, such as you got your health that you say you're dealing with, or and your marriage? You know, so both of you are." You know, what's the balance between that right there? And then you have your business. You know, you have Petway Trucking. So you're an entrepreneur as well. A lot of people don't know that you're an entrepreneur. So let's talk about that. We're gonna go over 30 minutes a little bit. Let you tell them what's going on for real, for real.
So let's just be honest, you guys. This year for 2023, I had to take a step back from racing just because we own a trucking company, Petways Trucking. And for my goal, I wanted to be self sufficient without me having to be in the business. I want to run it from afar. So this year, I took some time off from racing, and I have dump trucks. So I have two right now, and we're working on another. Well, no, we have three. I'm sorry, we have three dump trucks, and I'm working on another one before the year is out. So that's been my goal for the year. So that's why I haven't been racing much, but also we battle our marriage in racing. You know, Trouble used to ride the bike that I'm riding now, the 460 bike, and be knowing he gave it up and let me race because I didn't have a 460 bike. And so, I can't lie, he's my backbone, he's my rock. Like, he does whatever he needs to do to make me happy. Like, all the bikes that I have, he takes the seat back and just let me do what I want to do. Let me have it. Just like the bike was another color, the 460 bike was gray. And I was like, baby, I don't want it to be gray anymore. I need some pink. It's girl power. I need people to know that a woman is riding it. And so we changed the color, but I can't ask for a better partner in racing. Like, I do so well because he's behind me. Like, he really pushes me to be better. And I couldn't be more happier that God blessed me with him.
Man, that's awesome, man. Hey, that's like the way you close it out. You know, no better than that. That's like running a 460 with a zero. Then, boy, you just hey, you're a lucky man, man. But look here,
I know you
Yep.
got a
I
bad
really
structure
appreciate.
for it though. I
Say it
know you
again
got a
now,
One
bad
people.
thing before
structure
one
for it.
thing before we go, I didn't get to mention earlier. I wanted to take some time out to say thank you to my sponsors that has been riding with me since day one. Quinn O Bike Sales and Service, Quinn Orr and Clark Parker. They have been riding with me since the beginning of time. I appreciate you so very much. I appreciate Jeff Jones with Fast Time Motorsports and Joe Rodney, Smoking Joe. Thank you so very much for having my bike, 460 bike on Kill. Thank you to Honesty Creative Corner. Thank you to InStyle Printing. And thank you to Custom Apparel out of Georgia. Those guys are the people who have my tents and all of my setup looking the way they are. And for 2024, I cannot wait for you all to see what we have coming. When I say I'm all about experience, I want you to have the time of your life when you come. I want you to feel like, wow, like this is just more than racing. You're going to feel that. So be on the lookout for my schedule. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
So I'm gonna ask one more question. I just gotta ask one. So, what is one of your most memorable moments in racing? You know, y'all. How about this? Right, I'm gonna ask a dual question. What for both of y'all to answer? So, Trouble. I want to know what's both of y'all's most memorable racing moment apart, and then I want to know what's one of y'all favorite memorable moments that y'all shared together as a team. Like that. Whoever want to go first.
You go first.
um,
I'll fight off you.
one of the most memorable moments was when we was racing against each other in the 460. He had just started out racing, and I was on my dad's 460 bike. And a lot of you don't know, I used to race my dad's bike. And so we were racing in Huntsville. And the men always try to say, she ain't gonna cut a good light because Trouble's a tree cutter. Because Trouble will cut the tree on
I
you
beat
now.
you up
He
here
a,
though.
he a tree cutter now.
I beat you up
And
here.
well, that was just one time, honey.
Yeah.
Let's be for real. But he will cut your head on the tree. And so in Huntsville, um, we was lined up. Was it during qualifying or was it
No
the
real
real?
race.
Okay, it was the real race. And so somebody was like, "Yeah, he gonna cut her head," and I was like, "Okay." And so me and Trouble betted on the side, and what we betted was a little, adult time. And I told him, I said, "Well, I'm gonna beat you," and he said, "No, you're not." So we get out there, and guess what? I cut a 002 light against your what?
Oh, four.
040 light. And that right there was the highlight for us far as racing together because
Yeah.
he's always been very better at cutting the tree than I am. Sometimes I could be a hit and miss, but he's always on the tree. So me beating him off the tree, that was the highlight for me.
Hollywood, no, I'm gonna go in that tree. What I do you in Alabama, Hollywood?
Wait, did you do something to me? You got me one time. I know one time you about
Yeah.
drugged me down there in Huntsville that day. You drugged everybody that day though, boy. You was on. You went like that was the first time I seen you run like you went like 460s, like 460 with something, like three or
In
four
a row.
times in a
Yep.
Yep.
row. Yeah, I mean like
Yeah.
dead on,
See
dead
how
on,
sweet
dead
he
on, dead
is?
on.
To, to
Then he
give
just
his
gave the
bike up
bike to
to
you.
me, and he was so good.
That was Then he went out there and jumped. They say you did a burnout or something in the water and what you say you had best the motor up after that or something, right? Didn't you? Or was
Yep.
that before
Transmission.
all that?
Transmission.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Transmission.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But man, it's been cool. So what's your story, Tro? What's one of your favorite memories of motorcycles? One of them things that just step out and stand out to you, over your career racing with Maegan and without Maegan.
The first time we was together, we went to the all girls race. Went to the all girls race. It was like 4 or 5 girls. It was the fastest bike shootout. Everybody didn't think she can do it. She was like run the slowest number, run the slowest number. But she was the only one couple double O lights, double O lights, double O lights. She won the first round. Then the second round came around. She won that round. Then she was going to the finals with the girl named Crystal Dixon. She was the fastest girl. I said, okay now, baby. She running 540s. We went running with number 560, 62. I told her, only way you beat her, you
Gotta cut
got
the
to cut her
tree.
light. She said, what you mean? I said, listen, she's running 45, 49. You ain't running with 60. I said, you got to cut her light. They lined up. They lined up. The first person said something, Garnier. He said, I got 100 on a tree. I got 100 on a tree on Mayman. I got 100 on a tree. When that light dropped, she was out there. And Krista Dixon, she was still sitting there. And when she won, I started crying. I couldn't believe it.
It was at that moment that me racing against Crystal put me on the map for running the Hayabusa, of running in, a street bike. Because a lot of people
Mhm.
didn't know me then. I mean, I was the fresh newbie. Nobody knew who
Yeah.
Maegan was. So me running her, it really lit a fire in my racing career because then
Mhm.
everybody was like, "Oh, okay, we see her." And then it was true hand clutch. They called me left hand May because what did they call me? Killer hand
Yeah.
left or whatever they were saying.
Yeah, I
And ever
forgot the
since
name.
then, it's just I done forgot the name. It's been so long. It's just been so long ago. But I truly appreciate Crystal because after that we formed a bond, and she lives all the way in Maryland, and I love her to pieces because she's always supporting me. So that
That's
right there
cool,
was
man.
the highlight. Hmm.
That's so cool. Well, look here, man. I really appreciate y'all come sharing some of y'all time with us. I'm for sure the fans gonna eat it up. They gonna be glad to see that you coming. And like I say, I really appreciate y'all coming out to support the series. It means a lot for me to see you all there because it's another avenue to for someone to see an opportunity to be just like you. You know what I mean? And like what we do, we're as pure hobbyists and we love it and we like to take it further, but we just never know how many people really look up to us for what we do, and that's a big responsibility, that we take on with involuntarily, but voluntarily, but without really knowing that how many people are really paying attention. But I really like the way that you all carry your team. And I look at a lot of pictures with you with the young women, the young kids, boys and girls. Really, you share a lot of love, and then to hear you say that it pains you, and this is the part I heard the most important is that to be in the sun in a sport that you love is like the sport has more. It means more to you than the pain. Like you endure the pain to enjoy the love for the sport. You know what I'm saying? That's what people got to understand that I heard you say that, and I feel you because everybody has have something that they go to, and for their release, and this is my release too. You know what I mean? And your dad's release,
Hmm.
and shit, trouble you over there. You use all us use the same type of medication. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man, to see y'all, to see you have success in the 460 racing, especially, because it is very competitive, and to see you all successful overall with your business, all that's a blessing, all together. So everybody, look here, y'all go check out Maegan Bowers Petway, Maegan Racing on all her social medias. Check out, read up on her. She got a lot of followers. Y'all need to get in the car, hang out with her. She take y'all on a trip though. And thing else in St. Louis. St. Louis, we'll see you up there October 20th and 21st. Y'all come out there and get your
Yes,
first hand
sir. Yes,
That's
experience
sir.
on
right.
it. That's right. But man, Code Live, we appreciate y'all once again. And until next Tuesday, y'all be safe out there. And I'm gonna be out getting y'all some more information about the upcoming race. A lot of people been asking me about if it's a quarter, eighth of mile. Uh, talk to the sponsor, kind of see what everybody want to do. It's going to be a quarter a mile race for all the classes except for the class that normally run eighth, which is Pro Mod, Pro Open, Pro Ultra 460. Those will be your 8 mile classes. Everybody else, we're going to run a quarter. Unless y'all come to me as a big old group and say, look here, man, Pro ET, we just want to run 8 mile. But until then, everything just a quarter mile race except for the 8 mile classes that normally run when we run at quarter mile tracks, which ain't number 460, Pro Mod, Pro Open. And if the Pro Street guys come in and the garage guys say we want to run 8 mile, we're going to accommodate them based on what they feel best for them. And that's just that simple. So until then, y'all be safe. Love y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all for being here. And like I said, y'all go check Maegan out. She got a heck of a story. All right, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.